The Real Folk Blues, Part 2. Because of MacLean's presence, Angie and I end up operating together most of the time. The conspiracy hidden within MacLean's memories threatens the safety of millions in Berlin. After learning the details, Angie naturally cannot ignore it. But in truth, she is also pursuing another lead of her own. She never lets up her investigation into Dr. Gray, all while working with us to dismantle the bombs scattered across the city. Her methods are extreme enough that even I find them hard to stomach. I try to persuade her not to rush. Thanks to MacLean, we have already grabbed hold of Paradeo's tail. If we keep pressing forward, they will eventually slip up. And sure enough, we trace everything back to that familiar mansion, and inside, we find a name we all recognize. Just as Dandelion is sighing in exasperation, that Dr. Gray, or rather, that Paradeus NATO, arrives and has the mansion surrounded with a large force. Fortunately, through Angie's and my joint efforts, we managed to break through. Outside the hotel in downtown Berlin, the Unity Day celebration. Phew. I take a deep breath, still feeling tense. The tie of my suit is pulled too tight, making my neck uncomfortable. Clatter. As I fidget awkwardly, the rear door of the van swings open and familiar figures step out. I've got things covered here. You're really not going in with them? No matter how I disguise myself, there's no way I can blend in with the wait staff. I leave that to the young ones. You say that like you're an old granny. You're still young too, you know. Wanna die? Now, please stop arguing. Where's Callan? I watch the bickering group, but my infiltration partner is nowhere to be seen. Hehe, alright, don't be shy. Come on out and let the commander see. Wait, don't pull me. I'll come out myself. Amid laughter and the rustle of fabric, MacLean jumps out of the van first. And behind her, she tugs along a hesitant figure. See? The commander's waiting for you. Miss MacLean. I told you, this is so embarrassing. With a gentle pull, MacLean finally drags the blushing young woman into the light. A perfectly tailored black and white maid outfit, a lace trim headpiece framing her signature ginger hair. The usually energetic girl now clutches her skirt helplessly, cheeks red as ripe apples, unable to even meet my eyes. For a moment, my mind goes completely blank. I've never pictured what Kalina, who's always bustling around me, would look like in a maid outfit. Commander, don't laugh and stop staring at me like that. Hey, I'm not laughing. It's just, you look great. The words come out awkwardly and my face feels warm. It really suits you. Huh? Finally snapping out her shock, Kalina straightens up and smooths out her skirt with feigned composure. We're here for a mission, not a costume party. If you're ready, let's move. Angie's ill-timed interruption ruins the moment. She rolls her eyes at us, then tosses a device to light. You remember what to do? Of course. Approach and investigate Rudolf von Oberstein. Pay special attention to his connection with Paradeus. That mansion is under his name and his ancestral home. He's definitely involved. Personally, I prefer you slow down and cool off for a bit. After your little stunt at the mansion, Stasi support has basically been cut off. The surveillance band's been rotting in storage. I never thought we'd use it again. This is the closest we have ever gotten to Paradeus. We might even be nearing their heart. We cannot let this go. Indeed. This motherfucker. Indeed, even after the Earl repeatedly told you to stay out of it, you still won't listen. Classic Angie. Don't you bring him up? That old goat's definitely hiding something. Still, I did not expect you'd actually manage to get the commander and Miss Kalin inside. The Stasi was no help at all. I hacked the system and altered the duty roster myself. Of course. The Unity Day celebration is an important occasion, but with the Stasi's authorization, it shouldn't have been difficult to plant 2 extra people among the waitstaff. But our effort was met with unexpected resistance. There was probably some kind of intervention. I also almost got caught when hacking the system. For the first time, I ran into an electronic warfare unit nearly as good as me. They're probably the best there is other than yours truly. And the strangest part, it's almost as if they knew I was coming. Why are you smiling? Alright, you two, get in there. Watch for the signal. Relay anything immediately. We'll support you from here. Got it. Robin. When you get back, I want to take you somewhere. Where? A place that's very important to me. Come on, Commander, let's go. The banquet is about to start. Wait. Kalina pushes me forward. I give Maclean an apologetic smile before leaving with her. Stupid Commander. Oh, she's jealous. Feels bad, man. Banquet hall. At the banquet, Kalina stands quietly in a corner like an ordinary maid, watching the powerful figures exchanging toast. Miss Maclean is already so unfortunate, and I still got all jealous of her. How awful of me. It's all the commander's fault. How is it my fault? If they hadn't caught me off guard, I wouldn't have panicked like that. They were just complimenting me, then immediately got all personal with Miss Maclean. But her mood lifts slightly as she recalls the commander's expression earlier. She looks down at her outfit, lifting her skirt daintily. She hums a jolly tune and taps her heel in a little jig. No, ahem. This isn't the time for that. I'm here on a mission. Are they seriously setting it up, Kalina and Commander? Because personally, I don't really mind. I think they should have just gone off that route anyway. Just make Kalina as a canon romance interest. She taps her earpiece to make sure that the signal is clear. Then with a deep breath, she steps into the crowd. The ballroom glitters with golden crystal. Chandeliers cast soft light across every guest, illuminating perfectly composed smiles. Champagne and fine cuisine scent the air. Classical music flows. Everything appears flawless. And we are the most inconspicuous details in the painting. Kalin moves gracefully through the crowd with a silver tray. With a flawless smile, she nods demurely at every guest she serves, as if she's been doing this for years. Meanwhile, I work on the opposite end of the hall, pouring wine, clearing plates. Occasionally, our eyes meet, then quickly part, so as to not draw any attention. The clock ticks on. We have identified nearly every guest, but the most important one still hasn't appeared. We regroup behind a quiet pillar, where Kalina pretends to pick up a new serving tray. Well, it's no good. I check the main hall, side rooms, and the upstairs lounges. No sign of Oberstein at all. Is he even coming? Same here. Are you sure your intel is solid? That's impossible. He's practically the star of the show tonight. He should be making a speech soon. How could he not be there yet? Did we overlook something? I have a bad feeling about this. Just as we are all puzzling over how to proceed. Hello? We turn. A boy in a small suit, no older than 12, looks at us nervously. He seems a bit timid and helpless. I notice a pin on his lapel with an exquisite yet somewhat familiar design. I believe it's a griffin? How could we help you, young sir? I'm looking for the restroom, but I got lost. Kalina and I exchange a glance. She steps forward warmly. Don't worry, I'll take you. With a gentle smile, she takes his hand and leads him away down the corridor. I watch them disappear around the corner, then redirect my focus on the mission. Angie, do you copy? The target still hasn't appeared. I suspect the plan has changed, requesting new instructions. Hold position. Oberstein is cautious. Our previous movements might have tipped him off. At times like this, we must not panic. Her voice cuts out abruptly, replaced by the sound of rapid typing. I frown, sensing something isn't right. Angie? Damn it. Listen, forget the mission. Evacuate immediately. Now! Her voice is sharp and filled with unprecedented panic. My heart sinks. What happened? Berlin's air defense alarms get triggered. Countless aerial objects approaching at high speed. The target is... Before Angie can finish, the resounding scream of sirens drowns everything. In that instant, my blood turns cold. A chill runs all the way down my spine, making all my hair stand on end. My first and only thought... Colin! I turn towards the corridor that she has gone down earlier. My mind is blank save for the figure dressed in a maid uniform. But I have barely taken a step. Blinding white light devours everything, followed by deafening explosion. The ground shakes violently, chandeliers shatter. A shockwave tears through the hall, sending glass, tables, and panicking people flying. My body is hurled into the air. My vision blurs as the world spins all around me. Then everything goes black. Darkness. Cold, endless darkness. My body feels crushed, weightless. I cannot hear anything. It's as if I've sunk deep into the ocean. Am I dead? Commander! Who's calling me? That voice is distant and muffled, but the heart-wrenching cry sounds familiar. I strain towards the source of the voice as my consciousness gradually returns. Orange light flickers into view, illuminating the darkness. Commander, you're awake. Thank goodness, thank goodness. Through my blurred vision, a teary face resolves into clarity. It's Kalin. She's crying. Kalin. I let out a groan, but my voice doesn't sound like my own. Fire rages around us, turning everything the color of sunset. Now that you're awake, we have to go. I'll get you out. Seeing that I have regained consciousness, her entire face lights up with hope. She wipes away her tears and musters all her strength to pull me out of the rubble. But no matter how hard she tries, my lower body refuses to budge. I finally become fully aware of my own situation as intense pain shoots through me. My legs are pinned by a collapsed beam. It's no use, Kalin. I can't move. No, there's gotta be a way. Refusing to give up, she frantically tries to push away the heavy steel beam. Her slender fingers soon becomes bruised and bloodied, but she seems utterly oblivious to the pain. Don't waste your strength. Listen to me. Just go. Get out of here. No, I'm not leaving you behind. Never. Don't be stupid. We'll both die if you stay. Don't you understand? That's an order. I'm ordering you to scram. I bellow with all the strength I have left. The mix of anger, fear, and despair threatens to overwhelm me. I don't want her to die. I cannot let her die here. No. She chokes back a sob. I'm not going. I'm not going! She stops her futile attempt of moving the beam. She shakes her head and tears start welling up in her eyes again. But this time, she neither argues nor tries to run. She simply kneels down and takes my hand. Her face relaxes into a tearful, gentle, heartbreakingly soft smile. For once, I won't follow your orders, Commander. You. All my wrath and exasperation die in my throat as I look up at her smile. All I can do is sigh wordlessly. I see now. Nothing I do or say will make her leave. Sadness and a sense of resignation flood over me, but beneath it all, I also feel a trickle of warmth. Idiot. I try to raise my other hand and wipe away her tears, but I am completely spent. Flames roar around us. It's as if the whole world is burning. Commander, will you take me with you to the green zone or yellow zone, anywhere? Can I stay with you, always? I swallowed the gulp of blood in my mouth. My throat burns. I want to give you an ordinary and happy life. Not as a Griffin commander and adjutant, but just two ordinary people who want to be together. Did he just make it canon? Her smile deepens through her tears. Idiot. You're such an idiot. Why wait till now to tell me? She leans in so that we're touching forehead to forehead. But, thank you, Commander. It makes me really happy. The structure rumbles as it starts collapsing above us. More and more flaming debris rain down around us. Death closes in. I'm sorry. It's okay. At least you're mine now, right? With my last remaining strength, I nod. She squeezes my hand. Our fingers intertwine and our spirits become one. The blaze grows more blinding, the roar of the fire more distant. But her hand is still so very warm and her smile so very clear. Sleep now. This time, we won't be separated. Bad ending number 2. This possible timeline runs a bit long, but that is the nature of the butterfly effect. If at the very beginning, your adjutant had not fallen ill and had come to Germany with you, what would have happened? The answer is surprising. She is just an ordinary young woman, but the impact she has on the chain of events is critical. With her, you build a stronger bond with Angelia, which benefits both of you immensely. You even come close to bringing that unfortunate holy maiden back to the home she dreams of. But there are two sides to every coin. You save your friends, but lose the only chance to expose the conspiracies among certain powers. Pandora never fulfills her purpose and strikes at the heart of Germany. The Englishman fails to fracture the alliance from within. And somewhere beyond your sight, they plunge the world into war again in the cruelest way possible. But at least, the girl and you confess your feelings. Even if it never truly happened, in that very moment, you were each other's entire world.